Day 4, last day. Everybody, how you feeling?
Fantabulous.
Jasmine, what's on the agenda for today?
Bagels.
Bagels.
Actually, excuse me, they're called bagels.
Bagels.
All day bagels.
All day bagels.
Rick, what are you excited for today?
What am I excited for? I'm excited to get all of our appointments done and just...
Yeah.
Excuse me, Jasmine. I'm talking here.
These are important questions.
I'm excited to see the things that we haven't seen yet because we've had so many appointments.
True.
You know, let's get our appointments done and just enjoy our time on our last day of PAX. I know, seriously, we gotta mega boost it up.
Price, this is your first full day at PAX. What are you excited
I was
for?
here all day yesterday.
I guess you were.
Yeah. Super early. What am I excited for? No, because we had appointments. We got appointments all day today. But I think I want to try Battle Chef Brigade.
Yeah.
Over at the Indie Mega Booth. I want to try. What else? There are a couple of other ones that I know that we're like Astroneers. I'm going to be playing in a little while. That I'm really excited for. Just a bunch of stuff. I mean, like, honestly, there's so much cool stuff here. It's hard to just say, I'm looking at you, I should look here. It's hard to say, like, this is the thing I want to do. Because, honestly, it's just like, I want to do all the things, and hopefully I'll have enough time for it. So,
Cool.
yeah.
First up on the docket, Adult Swim booth. We have a full hour appointment there. They're going to show off 4 games to us, and I'm super stoked because one of them is Toejam and Earl.
I'm super stoked because one of them is the Rick and Morty VR experience.
That's right.
You're gonna get real weird, buddy.
But Jasmine asked me if I brought my rocket ship with me. That she's talking about the Funkatron spaceship that I got for kickstarting the game. That I'm totally going to get Greg from the Toejam and Earl team to sign. Anyway, catch y'all later. Guys, PAX is over.
It's over.
It's sad.
It's over.
It's over. Everybody, PAX over. We're driving home. Everybody, let's talk about what we saw today. Who wants to start?
I will because I played, well you did too, and you can talk about this, the Rick and Morty VR game.
Yeah. That's how we started off our day. That was our first appointment.
It was our first game too.
Great. Here, hold on. Let's show the U6.
Oh yeah, you got the U6.
Go ahead and talk about it.
In the game, you get a Me6, but it's actually a U6, and it does whatever you do in the game. But, oh man, that was a really fun and clever VR game. And I would expect nothing less from Adult Swim games. I can't wait to actually see what this game is. We played it on HTC Vive, so...
It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's the best Vive game I've played so far. And it's just as hilarious as you'd expect a Rick and Morty game to be.
Just imagine, being... You're basically stuck I say stuck. You're in Rick's garage and get to mess around with a bunch of...
Also, you're a cloned Morty.
You're a clone Morty? Oh, man. I don't know how I feel about that.
I didn't realize you were a clone Morty. I thought you were like a Me6 or
You're
something.
a clone Morty, and the first thing that Rick has you do is the laundry.
Yeah.
The first task you have to do is do the laundry.
You know what I noticed that both you didn't do? You didn't put soap in the laundry.
It didn't tell me I had to.
Yeah.
It's some kind of
Maybe soap was already in it.
Did you notice that I switched it to delicate, though?
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
Price is always thinking ahead.
There were some delicates in that.
There were some delicates.
I'll say that the PR lady told me she was going to give me some B-roll of Rick and Morty. In case I don't have that, I'm probably just playing the trailer right now. So
probably.
enjoy that.
But then you, Ash, played.
I got to play the new Toejam and Earl Back in the Groove.
Yes.
That game is a perfect reimagining of the first Toejam and Earl. It looks so good. The animations, I didn't get to hear the music, but I do have a mix CD that one of the devs gave me.
Oh, you gave you a mix CD?
He gave me a mix CD.
Shit.
I also later on got my Rapmaster Rocket signed by Greg, the original Toejam developer. But I love all of there's so many new human enemies and friends in that game. There's like stats in it now, so like there's some progression in that you can like level up, and then when you do level up, you sort of get like this random selection of stats that get leveled up. There's luck, there's life, there's all these different stats that level up as you do.
And get this, 4-player online multiplayer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
crazy. 4-player online
That's gonna be.
multiplayer.
I think it's gonna split like in 4 though.
No, not online.
Not online.
Oh shit! Never mind. Online. I didn't.
Yeah. So they also said, I mean, obviously it has 2-person couch co-op. They also said you could have 2 people on a couch one place, 2 people on a couch another place, and still play 4-person online.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
The 4-player is what really blew my mind, because now we can play it on the channel.
Exactly, and there's 9 different characters, which is really cool because their Kickstarter goal, I think, only said there was going to be 3 or 4, so it's really awesome to see that there's 9 now. All of them have different stats, which is pretty awesome. Anyway, I'm super stoked for this game. I personally am just like obviously a massive fan of Toejam and Earl.
You're a Toejam head, as they call it.
I even talked to one of the PR people from Adult Swim, asking him, hey, you know, since Toejam is making a comeback, any chance you guys might try to buy the rights to Toejam and Earl 3, the game nobody liked except for me, kind of, so that I can just like play it again? I'll be the only one buying it, but I would love to. He informed me that actually Sega is the one that owns the rights to it, and it's just never going to happen.
But he also did say, I recently played Toejam and Earl 3 again, and it wasn't as good as I remembered it.
And I'm sure that's the same way I'm imagining it, but I have recently replayed 1 and 2. I would love to replay the 3rd, and it's just not possible unless you pull out an original Xbox.
Yeah.
Anyway, what else?
We had some appointments. We played Astroneers.
But still at Adult Swim.
I
I got to play a little bit of Battle Chef.
Right.
Super cool game. I'm really stoked on it. Like the animation is gorgeous.
Yeah.
And it's a mixture of a whole bunch of different types of games all in one. It's like a little bit of a puzzle game, a little bit of like a brawler monster hunting game, because you have to go out and get the ingredients that you're going to then use to make these dishes, and then you're trying to be the best chef. I only got to play like a little snippet of it, but I did get to see how it works.
Yeah, it's Iron Chef meets Monster Hunter meets like a match puzzle game.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. And really looking forward to that one. Definitely.
Yeah.
So then we went and we played Astroneers.
Yeah, we went down to the Indie Mega booth, and Astroneers was the very first thing we hit up.
There's a chair on the road. It was a chair on the
There was just a big, like, not even a normal chair, like a lounge chair.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta have a road change.
Astroneers.
Yes.
They had a 3-person booth set up, and they set it up for multiplayer just for us.
Yeah.
They did tell us right away that it's buggier than their
It
normal.
was a little buggy.
When we eventually launched into space, I lost you, buddy.
Yeah, I did crash. And what was so bad was that right before it crashed, when we were going up into space, a little eject button popped up above me, like basically because Rick was controlling the ship, and I was like, oh, I wonder what happens if I eject. And like right as I was about to click it, the game crashed. I was like, no, I want to eject.
No.
But that
it was
game,
so fun. It was beautiful.
I love the crafting system. I love the
Yeah.
inventory is your backpack, and
Yeah.
it works
really.
It works a lot like Dead Space in that you never have to see any like GUI. You can just look at your backpack and tell how much stuff you have on you.
Yeah. Basically, when you open your inventory, it basically like your backpack kind of zooms to the foreground, so like you can see it all there.
There's a crafting menu there and everything, but it's very No Man's Sky in that you can travel from planet to planet, but I think that a lot of the features that people wanted to see in No Man's Sky, you'll be happy to see in Astroneer.
Lots of crafting and building, and like there was this like you have like a 3D printer in your backpack that can print small things for you, and then there's a larger device printer where you can print like the vehicles and the
Right.
I love the little the windmill that just attached to your suit. That
to
was
generate power. You have to generate power in order to be able to get fuel to fuel your rocket ship and all this kind of stuff. It was great.
What's great about the game is I asked him if there was any flora or not flora, but fauna. He said that there is some peaceful ones at the moment, but they're definitely going to get some more aggressive fauna.
Very cool.
And he also said that a lot of the ruins that you see that are dotted all over the place, that are procedurally generated, they will become like, not all of them will become, but a lot of them are going to be able to scrap them down and cannibalize them.
That's what Rick did a little bit. He got a seat from one of them.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, like you could actually bring them down to their raw parts.
Oh, okay.
So you can start
get like
crafting.
iron from them and stuff.
And there's also going to be a huge quest system in the game where you can actually like
Quests.
do like quests to like get your settlement up, and so everything about that game is amazing.
The base building, just in general, I loved. As soon as I saw Rick do the resin, and all of a sudden the base like bolted out, and then another resin, and all of a sudden there was a platform built on. I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
This is going to be something that we play a ton of.
We'll play a lot of that.
So in addition, we had some appointments just to check out some games that we'd actually played before. We went and met with Emma from Blade Ballet, and she was very, very kind. It was great putting a face to the name.
The new update to Blade Ballet looks pretty cool as well.
Yes,
There's new
does.
skins.
Yep.
It looks like they made just things in the character selection more obvious. So
It was like tighter polished, new levels and stuff like that. I think like the first level we played was a new one. It reminds me kind of events from Gang Beasts.
Yeah, a
where,
little
like,
bit.
There's a blade in the middle of it.
Right,
First thing
that's
I did
right.
was fall into the blade. Oh, God.
And then we met John from Shoot Shoot Mega Pack, which is a game that you guys haven't seen yet, but once it goes live, you guys will get a kick out of it because
it's a game that we first discovered last year, and then the first thing I told him this year is like, hey, you're talking about launch, does that mean we'll actually get to play it again before next year's PAX?
But it's like you're a ship from like asteroids, and it's a party game, and it will, and some friendships. It's gonna be a blast. I'm sure that you're seeing video of it right now.
The real catch of it is that the rules are like kind of randomly generated, and they're different like each round. So some rounds the walls will be closing in, and other rounds you'll be invisible half the time unless you're shooting, and in other rounds when one person shoots, everyone shoots, and in other rounds, you know, like all these kinds of.
I mean, it jumbles quite a lot. I mean, there's definitely a lot more game modes than there was last year.
Yeah. And the thing is then like at the end of it all comes crashing together into this like ultimate party or whatever they called it, and it's just like all of the rules get jammed in there, and it's chaos. And it's the best kind of chaos.
And then lastly, the last game that we sort of all saw together today was Viking Squad, which is like a Castle Crashers type game. Very cool art style, and unlike Castle Crashers, it's side-scrolling, but there are 4 specific lanes
Defined
that you move back and forth between. It's only 3-player though, interestingly enough, but it does look a ton of fun, and I think that it's going to be coming out in a month or 2.
Yeah.
And you'll probably see it on one of the channels, I would imagine.
Real nice animation. I think it'll get on it.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
And then we broke up. We all went our separate ways. We split up. Channel's over. No.
Yeah, I was gonna say phrasing, Ash.
Wow, way to bury the lead.
No, we all went in different directions at PAX. And I checked out Oxygen Not Included.
Okay.
And
No, you guys were telling me about that, and I wish I saw it.
So that's a game that from the teaser trailer that is all that's out there right now. I really couldn't tell what kind of game it is, but when they were finally describing it to me and I got to see some footage of it, I was like, this game is incredible. So it's like a Fallout Shelter meets City Skylines type of game in that it visually looks like Fallout Shelter, but it's a lot like a city builder in that you're building out this colony and you get these different graphical overlays where you can tell things are getting too hot over here, things are getting too polluted over here, and you have to sort of like continually balance how your colony's doing. You're building out this colony inside of an asteroid, and you have to like just constantly keep things in check, otherwise everyone dies. It just looks like a really, really awesome.
Oxygen Not Included.
Yeah. The new, sorry, I didn't mention it's the new game made by Clay, who also did Don't Starve.
I am looking forward to their Floor is Lava game.
Floor's Lava was the other one that they were. I'm not even sure they were letting you play it.
No, I didn't see it anywhere.
But I mean, this Floor's Lava is their very first 3D game, which I'll be honest, I'm not as interested in that as I am in Oxygen Not Included.
It seems very novelty.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a Mirror's Edge, but ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know.
What else did you guys get up to?
I got to play Flint Hook, which is a new game from Tribute Games. They did Curse and Chaos. They've done a whole bunch of like amazing art, really, really fun games. And Flint Hook, really cool, randomly generated dungeon maps. You play this little kind of bounty hunter guy going into these pirate ships that are all randomly generated, very Isaac style, but it's a platforming side scroller. And the main mechanic is you have this hook that you fling around to all of these little hanging rings,
yeah.
so you can like kind of bounce around and whatnot. I'm definitely going to be playing a lot of that. Like I already know from just like that little dose of it that I got that it is just right up my alley. That game was great.
Yeah.
I played Rule, which is that crazy top-down ass.
Oh yes.
Brawler game.
Oh right.
It's crazy. I mean, I didn't play enough of it to fully grasp all of the intricacies of it, but basically everything is made. It's like ASCII art, so it's all made with letters and symbols, and you have to collect letters of the alphabet A through Z, and those are your crafting materials. There are other crafting materials as well, but you'll get a codec, and it'll be like for a weapon, but you need like A, G, C, and X in order to make it. So you got to go find those letters to make it. But I mean, it's all black and white because it's all ASCII, but it still plays fantastically. And there's sort of a Zelda aspect to it too, because as you go between rooms, the rooms don't load until you actually walk into them. So you'll walk through a doorway and then the room will actually load in, you know? So to that extent, it may be procedurally generated. I didn't talk to anybody about that really, but I can definitely see that angle to it.
I was gonna say the gameplay of it sort of reminds me of like a top-down Necropolis.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. In the fighting style,
Dungeon crawling.
in the dungeon, exactly. Yeah, a little bit, but definitely more Zelda-ish. And when I say Zelda, I'm talking about like old Zelda. Yeah.
I also I got to play a little bit of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. They weren't really showing off any like much new. There were a couple new maps, a couple new characters. I played as Goku from GT, who I do think is in the original Xenoverse and some of the add-on packs. But just got to play a little bit around it. It feels really tight. I think they've made it a little bit more intuitive, a little bit smoother. I was playing with someone who had never played Xenoverse before, and they were able to just pick it up really quickly. So that was pretty cool. And yeah.
Jazz, you've been awfully quiet.
Oh, I'm concentrating. This is a really heavy camera. This is actually really heavy.
What else have you been playing today, Jess?
I didn't really play too much. I went on a swag run.
Yeah?
Got some cool things. But I ended up going back to a Devolver booth and playing Gungeon a bit more.
Yeah.
I don't really want to see myself on camera.
See your face.
Anyways, I played the Devolver, the supply update, and that game's really fun.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of new weapons I didn't get to try before, and yeah, I'm excited for that.
Cool.
I didn't get to play it, but I did watch a bunch of Mother Russia Bleeds.
That game's great.
It's a great looking game. The animation's beautiful. It's extremely violent.
It's very violent. It's a hyper-violent Streets of Rage side-scroller brawler. But I am definitely interested in it.
And then I did play Strafe briefly, and that was also a lot of fun.
Strafe is a ton of fun.
Another Devolver game.
They are doing it.
Classic Quake, Doom, whatever style, and hyper fast, just like frag fest.
Yeah.
Really fun.
All in all, though, guys,
Good PAX.
On a grade scale, A through F, how was PAX this year?
I would give it like an A-. There are things that we can do better, but all in all,
There's always room for improvement.
Yeah.
we did really well this year.
I'm gonna go A- as well. You would have gotten an A, maybe even an A+, if it weren't for those terrible swag bags.
Swag bags.
Those swag bags
Were awful this year. They were literally just coupons.
It was literally garbage.
PAX itself gets 4.5 stars. Swag bags get half star.
We're not on a star rating. We're on a.
I do my own thing, Rick.
Oh, you get.
I play by the beat.
You get an F, sir.
Yeah, well, you get no stars.
All in all, great. Airbnb was pretty solid.
Yeah.
Dick's was great.
Yeah. Dix gets an A in my book.
Yeah, absolutely. All in all, yeah, it was a ton of fun this year.
The cheeseburger thing.
Can't wait for PAX West next year. Hopefully we hit up more cons as well. We hit E3 again this year.
Maybe
Who knows?
PAX South?
Maybe PAX South, maybe PAX East, who knows? Anyway, y'all, until next convention, that's going to be it for this convention's vlogs.
Bye.
Bye.